be at a really great position because when you pop your ult, regardless of where you're facing or where you're moving, you're actually pushing your opponent towards that direction.
Yeah, of course, the Hurricane Dance can be a very powerful tool when it comes down to some of all these team fights. Loving how Xian is actually feeling the Chinese New Year vibes all the way up till now. But, you know, I'm looking at the sort of firepower Notorious Villains does have it, but can they outlast that sheer team fight prowess that Alter Ego Esports have in line for us here today as we're about to kick things off with the first match. I mean, the first game out of 3 potentially between Alter Ego Esports versus Notorious Villains. So, of course, time for you to take your pick. Leonard, which one's going to be?
Yikes, man. If you ask me, I'm going to be saying going for Alter Ego because any team with an Atlas is definitely going to be a very fun team. But ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping into the land of the dawn with another round of a fantastic cinematic view of the grand battlefield as our 2 teams will be shedding sweat and blood to be taking this first game points for themselves.
Now we see Leo Murphy already trying to go in for a setup, but over the top side though, woof. I guess they're just, you know, scratching each other's back for a little bit inside the bush. But, you know, nothing too dangerous. But, oh, Hua getting stunned up, though. He really got to look out for himself. But, you know, at the very least, they are actually sharing right enough EXP as we are already looking at a better efficiency coming from Alter Ego Esports as they secure the Little Wanderer by the corner of the river.
Yes, the thing is now, right, no one, like, currently we can see, right, everyone's sort of respecting each other, except the top side, we can currently see, like, Uranus still going to town, 1v1 against that Damus, but that's kind of like a common thing, right, because everyone's really want to contest for that crab. Yam's going to be securing that crab for himself there, but the thing is, you know, we all know about X, but even though we think we're doing a great job lowering his HP, but you do know that when his HP gets a little bit low, he gets an additional new set of skills.
And, that's where I just feel like X-Borg, when laning against it, it can be a little bit tricky, but Earl's here suffering a whole lot because Hamas is just one annoying laner to actually fight against, and this gives so much advantage towards the top side as well. Pai's going to be able to actually secure that river crab, while Yam, of course, just pop that Firaga armor. And Leo Murphy's going to be retaking that, and oh boy, seems like Chelly Boy is actually getting all that gold in hand.
Yep, still a couple of trades here and there. Definitely no lives lost. Yeah, they're just like, you know, pretty much just like, you know, they're playing ping pong, you know, like tapping it, passing it back to one each other. Just a couple of trades, a couple of greetings. Earl will be coming back into the lane here, but definitely, if we can definitely tell ourselves, Damos is definitely having the upper hand in that 1v1 lane. The Collier is trying to find an opportunity. Each and every one of them is trying to hit that level 4 as fast as possible, especially Collier in particular. He's the only one with a great CC with the Hurricane Dance here. He needs to get it as fast as possible. Prince is already level 5, which is pretty great, but they really need that strong lockdown, that ultimate team fight initiation coming out from Collier.
Yeah, I'm looking at the side of Envy. They definitely need to improve a little bit of that sort of a macro movements in a little bit of how they have been focusing too much on the top side of jungle. And now it seems to me that they have lost quite a number of resources by the river, evidently by all the river crabs that has been secured by Alter Ego, well, Envy. Now, of course, as I mentioned about, you know, loitering around their very own jungle, they're doing exactly just that, just making sure that they snatch that up real quick, and then hopefully prepare for any sort of level 4 scuffles that's coming on the way. Look at Shelly Boy, he's already level 6. Same goes to Prince as well, so they are definitely bagging on the Bruno as well as the members of Alter Ego here. They will try their best to protect Shelly Boy. He's got that retribution. Of course, he does clear things off way faster.
And the thing is, just coming from the side here of Alter Ego Esports, I love the fact that they're just trying to drag the game as much as possible because there are only one team fight potential here. That Atlas is Leo Murphy in this case. Is still level 3. He's not really level 4 yet, and the majority of the members here is already either level 4 or level 5 at this point. So now they have no choice but ooh, actually, sorry, scratch that. Actually, now Leo Murphy going to be coming with Perfect Match. We'll be able to land it as well. Going to be doing quite the amount of damage with the Fatal Lane. We'll be bringing him back in, allowing their teammate Sally Boy to be drawing first blood.
Yeah, beautiful work coming in from inside of Alter Ego Esports now. Of course, Envy just looks for resources elsewhere. Interesting to note that the spells that they are using, it seems to be pretty much Is that Revitalize? Purify. Yeah, of course. They have 4 of those in their hands. They just really want to make sure that when they commit to fights, they can actually survive. Meanwhile, there's actually 4 flickers on the side of Alter Ego Esports.
Yeah, I mean, like, Jesus Christ as well, like, 4 flickers, literally, they can either use it to initiate the fight or even get closer to the enemy or even fall back in this case. Like, 4 flickers is, to me, you asked me, it's actually quite common as well. But
yeah, it's very common.
But the thing is, to me, every time I see it, especially when there's an Atlas involved, when there's like a Claw and Thanos, when I see them with a flicker, I'm going to be like, he's going to jump on me.
Yeah.
When he's ready, he jumps on me, and that's going to be pretty much the end of me.
Yeah, this also means that Kolya actually plays a very vital part. He definitely is no stranger of playing the Kai. Yes, it seems a little bit off meta, but it's still something that he still goes to from time to time. And of course, he's an expert in terms of setting up, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But Earls, though, 1v1 with Pi doesn't seem like it's a great idea. Pi's going to be regenerating a little bit of health. But over the bout time, meanwhile, Udil secures 1 kill for himself. So Loyi, you cannot underestimate her damage. She also has pretty much a passive inbuilt stun if you actually, go a little bit too close.
Yep. Earl's going to be a little bit careful as well because he's running a little bit down low with that mana as well. Because the minute he runs, if he literally hits a little bit lower here, I believe Damon's going to be way more aggressive there, and that's going to be forcing Earl to go back to base a little bit more longer. Turtle's been spawned as well. Looks like we're going to be seeing on the side here, Notorious Villas really want to try to secure this turtle for themselves because the first turtle is already gone to the ways of Alter Ego. They cannot afford to give this turtle buff again to Alter Ego. But at the case, Leo Murphy coming in with the perfect match, trying to see if he can initiate and follow up with the Fatal Links. But instead, he's going to be falling back just to play a little bit more safer. Yam trying to do a little bit of harassment on the other side, but that's going to be the lockdown. The Wolf, the Kuba is actually instantly crazy. Perfect match, and also pullback with the Metal Link. Kolya with the Hurricane Dance. Actually, not to initiate, but to fall back because there's just too much damage coming out from Pi. But Pi was able to get his double kill for himself. Earl's here to reinforce, but Praise was able to snap a kill on Sally Boy as Sally Boy dived a little bit too deep there for a kill.
A little bit too deep, and of course he just made a little bit of overstep. Same goes to Udil, just overstaying a little bit more. But hey, Notorious Villains is actually holding on pretty fine. So as we are just seeing some sort of good scaling ratios as well for the team. So they shouldn't have too much issues heading in towards the mid game. But they really got to be careful though. Like we see a little bit of that sort of questionable dives coming in from the side of Alter Ego. Kolya should have no problems as we are seeing Earls also chasing in. But oh no, it seems like Earls have to actually back away. And yep, we actually walking out of that alive.
Right, anyway, Leo Murphy just trying to give as much information as possible, just roaming that jungle to see how many enemies is here, what creeps they can use to actually try to utilize the tank for themselves here. We're going to be seeing a couple of fights inside the jungle as they try to go for this buff. Still driving on into the mix here. Earl's a little bit no mana at this point. He has to fall back. All he is right now is just a meat bag between the rock and the hard place. Now that no members will fall. Leo Murphy did actually get traded by a little bit of HP that has to fall back to base to heal up a little bit as he prepares for the next potential team fight.
Speaking of a potential team fight, it seems to be like there's going to be a little bit of that turtle spawn over the lower side. So maybe if they are looking for any sort of pickoffs or so, that's definitely going to be the place to be. But for the side of Leo Murphy, so far 3 great setups for his team that sees him definitely giving great assistance. Well, buffs coming up online. Notorious Villain's going to be snagging that one up real quick before considering of moving in towards the turtle pit. But Leo Murphy opts for a challenge. Same goes to Udale as they are already committing into this. Oh, Fatal Links pulling them back as well. Kolya actually shoves him all the way back in towards the turret range. But Jelly Boy, of course, open up a little bit more room right there for the rest of Alter Ego. Shan now gets caught out. And of course, that's 1 kill in the back for Alter Ego.
Dude, that was absolutely insane as well. Like the thing is, was telling you that positioning for Kolya as the archive is going to be really crucial because with the Hurricane Dash, you're not only able to actually knock players up, but you're able to reposition them as well. And he was almost able to actually position Leo Murphy all the way towards under that tier 2 tower, but because Leo Murphy is the Atlas, he's the tank, so it's going to be quite squishy and really hard. So he's going to be quite tanky and really hard to die. Pi, on the other hand, going to be flickering around, trying to survive this kind of situation as much as possible. But Hurricane Dash is going to be pushing him back, will deny his escape. But then again, that presence, literally, his presence lured 4 people towards the top side, allowing bot lane to be pushed down all the way towards his tier 3 towers.
So far, things are looking the way as
Oh
planned.
my
Oh,
God!
fatal links! And towards 3 and just vacuumed them. And of course, they just got sucked in towards the black hole. Alter Ego will crush them out. And now they do look for the bottom side. Earls can only watch by. And of course, just a little bit of that friendly emotes coming up online while they are looking to actually end the game right here, right now.
Oh my god, now we're going to be seeing out a majority of the members will be respawning quite soon as well. Looks like Alter Ego Esport has to fall back a little bit because right now they don't really have a majority of the ultimates, the ultimate which they really need to commit into that team fight, and that's going to be the Melee. But finally, it is currently off cooldown. If they really want to engage, they can do it again. But let's just see whether they're going to be a little bit more safe about it, because the Lord is going to be spawning. Lord is going to be spawning also in a couple of seconds as well. So the minute they get the Lord, then maybe they'll try to commit pushing towards down that mid, or they might just try to commit getting that last row of towers.
Yeah, and now with more of these members clumping up towards the top side and a lot of room for the side of Export as well. Yeah, Leo Murphy feeling himself right now, very, very confident as they are just moving across the map. NV seems like they definitely dropped the ball really, really hard on that 6-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean for sure. Lord is going to be respawning in 2 seconds as well. Lord is currently out. Notorious villains. They have to try to commit for this. They cannot afford to let this Lord fall towards the side of Alter Ego, because should it fall towards their side, they're going to be having a great opportunity to end this game. But Leo Murphy positioned quite well between the majority of the pair. Here comes perfect match, but he's going to be trying to use it to escape out of that sticky situation. Getting ready to move into the mid. But sadly, Fatal is not going to be needed as well, because so much damage is going to be pouring onto a majority of the team here. Already 2 members in 4. Scratch that, made that 4, as Earls is going to be the last one standing. But he's not even near the fight. He decided to fall back because he knows.
He bailed.
Yeah, he bailed out. There's just no way he can even go back to save his teammate. You can't save a guy that's already dead.
Yeah, and now, of course, it seems to be that the game should be pretty much well secured as we see the Uranus being tossed around. But hey, he's still much well alive. Last insanity to go for that killing spree. Only Colin left as he looks to actually push Murphy. But Murphy survives. And not only that, they did get Game 1 in the back. And congratulations, Alter Ego securing Game 1.